What do you want me to do for you? That's the question that Jesus asked the blind man in the book of Mark, chapter 10. I will read it for you. It starts at verse 46. And they came to Jericho. And as he was leaving Jericho with his disciples and a great multitude, Bartimaeus, a blind beggar, the son of Timaeus, was sitting by the roadside. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. And many rebuked him, telling him to be silent. But he cried out all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stopped and said, Call him. And they called the blind man, saying to him, Take heart, rise, he is calling you. And throwing off his mantle, he sprang up and came to Jesus. And Jesus said to him, What do you want me to do for you? And the blind man said to him, Master, let me receive my sight. And Jesus said to him, Go your way, your faith has made you well. And immediately he received his sight and followed him on the way. Why is this story important? There's something that he did that I need you to pay attention to. What he did was he told Jesus what he wanted. Jesus could have easily saw that he was a blind man, but there was power in him speaking and saying, let me have my sight. Give me my sight, Jesus. And he called him master. He recognized his position. Let me receive my sight. But he could have said, hey, Jesus, have mercy on me. Have a great day. But why was this important? Because when you learn to ask Jesus, what you're doing is you're activating your faith. And that's what he did. He says, and immediately Jesus said to him, Go your way. Your faith has made you well. So because he had faith in asking Jesus, he was able to receive his sight. Many of us, we don't have what we want in life is because we don't have the faith. We don't have the faith enough to ask. We don't have the faith to believe. We don't have the faith to imagine that it's even possible. So when we don't get what we want, we don't get it because we lack faith. The Hebrews chapter 11 says, Verse 1 says, everybody says this verse, but it's very powerful. And it says, Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the convictions of things not seen. So if you don't have the assurance that you're going to get it, then you're not going to ask. If you're not convicted that it's possible, you're not going to ask. So many of us, we don't have what we want because we don't ask. We don't ask, we don't apply, we don't show up, we don't do anything to manifest the thing that we want. Because we lack faith. If there's anything you're going to work on today is to develop your faith. And here's how you do it. Just ask for something small. Maybe it's something where you go to the restaurant and you say, I want a free drink or something like that. Just try something small and see. As you keep doing little things, you start asking, you'll be surprised how receptive people are into giving you what you want. And once you get in a habit of getting what you want, your faith develops and becomes stronger. And it will actually happen to where you don't even want to waste time asking for things that are trivial because if you really want it, you can have it. And that's another thing. If you don't have it, it's probably because you don't really want it. You probably didn't really have any faith that you can have it and you just tried. I am good for that. I'm very good for that. When I'm not really sure if I want something, I just want to try it and see. And then I don't get it. I'm like, well, you didn't really want it anyway. And prime example, I applied for a position in my job as a promotion. And I didn't want the promotion. So guess what? I didn't get it. When the people who got the promotion came out, I wasn't salty. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, how are they going to hire them? They didn't even give me an interview. No, I knew I didn't want it. So that's why I didn't get it. I didn't want it. If you know what you really want, you will get it. If you know what you really want and you will get it. Be very clear, very decisive. If you know what you want, you can have it, but you have to be very clear. Too many people focus on what they don't want. Well, I don't want this. I don't want this. So what do you want? They can't figure it out. They don't know the words. They don't know how to articulate that, but they know what they don't want. They know what they don't want. And the more you focus on what you don't want, the more you're going to have it. So instead, start focusing on what you want. Get very clear and decisive. Very clear and decisive. And if you don't get it, it doesn't mean you're not worthy. It doesn't mean you don't have faith. It may be it's just not right time. But get in the habit of asking for what you want and show up, and you will see that you will get it. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye.